close no matter how far. Couldn't be much more from the heart. Forever trust who we are.
PCR primers. Next, the diluted first-stage PCR products are combined with a fresh master mix and then aliquoted to each well in the array. Each well of this array is pre-spotted with one pair of second-stage PCR primers. The second-stage primers in each well are designed to detect one specific target. The second-stage primers in each well are designed to detect one specific target. Organisms are identified based on which wells in the array are positive. FilmArray is user-friendly multiplex PCR. This innovative system simplifies molecular testing through a completely automated protocol, beginning with integrated sample preparation and ending with automated analysis of results. Starting a FilmArray run is easy. All of the reagents required to test a sample are preloaded and freeze-dried into the reagent storage compartments of the FilmArray pouch. To begin a FilmArray run, the pouch is first placed into the loading block. Then, hydration solution is injected into the pouch through the blue inlet port on the right. The vacuum in the FilmArray pouch automatically draws the correct volume, eliminating the need for precise measuring and pipetting. Next, sample is added to the FilmArray sample buffer. This solution is then mixed and then injected into the FilmArray pouch through the red inlet port located on the left side of the pouch. Again, the vacuum in the pouch automatically draws the required volume. The FilmArray instrument is now ready to set up. The FilmArray pouch is loaded into the FilmArray instrument and a barcode reader is used to enter the pouch ID. The sample ID can also be scanned with the barcode reader or entered manually. Last, the user ID and password are entered and then the run is started. You are free to walk away since all remaining steps are completely automated. The FilmArray displays the remaining time. Now let's take a look at what happens inside the pouch. First, the sample is moved into the lysis chamber where the FilmArray physically lyses any cells and viruses through a process called bead beading. Ceramic beads are agitated at high speed to break open cells and viruses and release the nucleic acids. Next, the diluted first-stage PCR products are combined with a fresh master mix and then aliquoted to each well in the array. Each well of this array is pre-spotted with one pair of second-stage PCR primers. These second-stage PCR primers are designed to amplify sequences contained within the products from the first-stage PCR. This eliminates non-specific products associated with traditional multiplex PCR. Because the second-stage primers specifically amplify only target DNA. The second-stage primers in each well are designed to detect one specific target. Organisms are identified based on which wells in the array are positive. The FilmArray performs a melt to confirm the presence or absence of specific temperature signatures of the second-stage PCR products. The FilmArray software processes the data and makes a positive or negative call for each organism. These results are provided in one easy-to-read report. From integrated sample preparation to automated result analysis, the FilmArray is user-friendly multiplex PCR. Each well of this array is pre-spotted with one pair of second-stage PCR primers. The second-stage primers in each well are designed to detect one specific target. The second-stage primers in each well are designed to detect one specific target.
So close, no matter how far. Couldn't be much more from the heart. Forever trust who we are, and nothing else matters. Never open myself this way. Life is ours, we live it our way. All these words I don't just say, and nothing else matters. Trust I seek and I find in you. Every day for us something new. Open mind for a different view, and nothing else matters.
Existed then. Very strange. Another key thing, when you watch documentaries about the flu or hear the 1918 flu or hear about it, you often hear scary stories of people turning blue, feeling fine and dropping dead a couple of hours later. Those cases happened occasionally, but the vast majority of people who died from flu, including those young people in 1918, died of secondary bacterial pneumonia, which is the way flu has always killed, and it's the way it kills now. So I have a picture up here of a garbage can, and it is a garbage can, not a trash can, because it's Canadian. And this garbage can is one like the one that killed my 93-year-old grandfather a few years ago. So a few years ago, he fell in his kitchen. He busted a rib on the garbage can. And several weeks later, after contracting pneumonia and getting congestive heart failure, he died. And you can think of flu in 1918 and otherwise like that garbage can or like a shot to the ribs. It lands you on your back for a few weeks. It creates inflammation, fluid buildup in your lungs where you need them clear for oxygen, for gas exchange. And pneumonia is really, really deadly. It always has been, and it still is. And that's what killed people in 1918. The other clue is that it was an H1N1 virus. And so how do we know that? We know that because people like Jeff Taubenberger and his team have actually gone back to tissue samples from 1918. So here we have wax-embedded autopsy tissue samples taken from a victim of the Spanish flu. And Jeff Taubenberger and his team take slices of that material and they amplify up that genome that we saw before. So we know exactly genetically what this thing looked like. To the big screen. That's not just a flu genome, that is the Spanish flu genome.
because the second stage primers specifically amplify only target DNA.
We began a special series about the threat from influenza. Every year, the seasonal flu emerges and kills tens of thousands of Americans and hundreds of thousands globally. But there's an even graver concern. Public health officials fear the emergence of a new, previously unknown flu virus that could be far more lethal and become a pandemic by spreading across the world. As William Brangham reports, it's happened before.
That machine, called an ECMO, took out her dark, depleted blood, pumped it full of oxygen, and fed it back into her body.
And it runs through the pump in the oxygenator and comes out cherry red.
That is a very intensive intervention to try to save someone's life.
It's as intensive as it gets. We're taking 5 liters of blood a minute, taking it out of the body and returning it.
It went way, 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 way up.
Days like that are what keep Dr. Anthony Fauci up at night.
In 2017-18, we had the worst seasonal flu that we've had in memory, about 80,000 deaths and almost 1 million hospitalizations.
Dr. Jeremy Brown directs the Office of Emergency Care Research at the National Institutes of Health, and he wrote the book Influenza: The 100-Year Hunt to Cure the Deadliest Disease in History.
The States may be reaching a peak, and so far it looks like a more severe season than others in recent memory. John Yang gets an update on why and what you need to know.
This flu season started earlier than in the past, and the Centers for Disease Control says it's the most widespread outbreak it has ever seen.
To the big screen. That's not just a flu genome. That is the Spanish flu genome from that victim, from that mass grave in Alaska. Those A's, C's, G's, and T's are the virus that killed that person and so many others in 1918. And I can remember.
Because the second stage primers specifically amplify only target DNA.
Testing. We had to change things that were done. We had to change things that were done when testing. We had to change things that were done.
The problem is swabs. You know, I've spent half of my day today trying to get a straight answer from the CDC and the federal government and FEMA. When can we expect swabs?
Well, New News Today says that contamination at CDC labs caused a significant delay in the agency providing COVID-19 test kits to states that needed them.
There are concerns from local health officials about the number of tests that are available.
A recently published report says cross-contamination at the CDC lab in Atlanta may have delayed the rollout of COVID-19 testing kits.
Continued frustration from Governor Roy Cooper over the state's ability to test for COVID-19.
We did not receive the material that we were promised from the CDC.
Hey everybody, it's Dr. Oob, and I'm in Westlake, Texas, where my practice is. But I wanted to give an update on the current test kit shortage. I don't know if you know, but there's massive underreporting of cases in America because our test kits are on extreme shortage, or I don't know if you can be short in something that was never created, we never even had any. We dug out 8 swabs from other kits that we use in the office for other reasons, and so these are the only kits we currently have. We have 8 test kits left, as you can see, and we've ordered from multiple companies expecting multiple deliveries, but there's obviously delays in shipping and delays in the lab, overburden and stuff. So I think the first advice I want to give you is don't believe the numbers you see on the media. There are numerous people that have symptoms and no ability to get tested.